Hi, welcome to Unforgotten Reels, your ultimate destination for powerful short films that captivate, surprise, and stir the soul. Subscribe for weekly short films. Don't just watch, feel every second. Our short film for today is entitled The Last Memory of Eve. Here we go. In a world where memory can be copied and relived, one grieving man chooses to feel his wife's final moment. But some memories are buried for a reason. After Eve's sudden death, Daniel stopped sleeping, eating, existing. Grief consumed him until he found the Mnemosyne Clinic, a shadowy place where the final memory of a loved one could be implanted into your mind. But the memory comes with a warning. Once seen, it cannot be undone. You will remember everything. A gloved hand plugs a needle into Daniel's neck. He thought he'd see her last breath. He didn't expect to feel it. Daniel awakens in his old bedroom. The sun filters through gauzy curtains, and beside him lies Eve, alive, humming to herself, brushing her hair. Eve smiles at him. She looks real. She touches his face. Daniel's lips tremble with joy and disbelief. It's her. The memory is perfect. Every detail exactly as it was until the humming stops. Eve looks in the mirror. Her eyes meet his through the reflection, cold, unfamiliar. And she whispers, "You shouldn't be here." The air grows heavy. Eve walks backward into the shadows. Daniel follows, calling her name, but his voice doesn't echo. He walks down a hallway that stretches longer with every step. Family photos on the wall start changing. Eve's face is scratched out in each one. He's not remembering her. He's remembering something else, something he's buried in. Daniel opens a door at the end of the hallway. Inside, Eve sits sobbing on the edge of a bed, clutching a pillow. He knows this room, but not like this. Daniel watches as the memory plays out like a scene from afar, until he sees a version of himself walks in. He stands frozen, watching the scene unfold like a play written in his own handwriting, but forgotten until now. The door creaks open, and in walks a version of himself. His expression is blank, eyes hollow, moving without hesitation. A ghost in flesh. Eve is on the bed, brushing her hair just moments before. She looks up. Her smile fades. Confusion turns to fear. "Daniel?" She whispers, but he doesn't respond. Not that one. Not the one in the memory. He walks forward in silence, like something inside him has already died. Real Daniel screams from the hallway, tries to intervene, but there's no sound, no movement. He's a phantom in his own mind, forced to watch. Eve scrambles backward on the bed. She's pleading now, crying. Her voice cracks. Her hands tremble. But Memory Daniel just climbs onto the mattress, calm as sleep, and kneels above her. In his hands is the pillow. She begs. She sobs. She calls him by name like it'll bring him back. But his hands don't shake. He presses the pillow over her face, slowly, firmly. Her feet thrash. Her arms flail. She fights, but the fight fades. Her body jerks, then softens, then stops. The room is still. Real Daniel collapses to the ground, hands clawing at the walls, nails splitting against cold plaster. He gasps like he's drowning, but no air comes. And from beneath the door, a thin stream of blood begins to slide toward him, slow and deliberate, like it remembers the way. He didn't come to relive her death. He came to remember his crime. Daniel collapses. The walls melt away. A blinding light flashes, and suddenly, he's back in bed. Eve is brushing her hair, humming, smiling. But now, she doesn't look at him. Eve stares at the mirror. Her reflection no longer moves in sync. He's not watching a memory anymore. He's living a punishment. Daniel tries to scream, to run, but the scene plays on. He follows Eve. The hallway stretches. The photos change. The murder replays. The pillow, the struggle, her eyes. Over and over and over. No matter what he does, it always ends the same. Daniel crawls into a corner, sobbing. A monitor flickers on behind him. A doctor's voice crackles. Subject 19. Guilt memory loop a full sync. Do not extract. Let him remember. On the 13th loop, Eve finally turns to face him. But this time, she walks toward him. Her face decays with each step. Blood seeps from her mouth. She leans in, whispers, "You made me beg. You made me beg." Eve kisses Daniel, then vanishes into blackness. He didn't come to grieve her. He came to meet his guilt. Now, there's only darkness. No doors. No Eve. Just him and the looping echo of his scream. Daniel lies still in a padded chair at the clinic. Blood trickles from his nose. A nurse unplugs the cord. His body is still, but his mind is gone. A final flicker of the memory shows Eve smiling, alive. The last thing she ever saw was the man she loved killing her. The end. Guilt is a prison more cruel than any cage. Some truths are too heavy for the conscious mind, so we bury them. But memory doesn't forget, and neither does the soul of the one you wronged. In the end, the cruelest punishment is remembering what you chose to forget. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more. Comment and like. See you next time.